Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got a NaNoWriMo video to share with you guys. In case you're not familiar, NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month, and every year that's the month of November for I think the past 20 years. I think it was founded in 1999. So the first one that I participated in personally was 2009, I'm pretty sure, or 10, but I think it was 9. And I had an absolute blast. And on and off, some years I didn't get to participate, many I did, and it's just so much fun. So the basic gist of it is you commit yourself to writing a novel in the month of November. And so in order to win, and by win I mean of course, you know, your own personal win, you need to write 50,000 words throughout the month. Other years when I participated, I didn't really bring it to my channel. I might have mentioned it in passing, and even this year, a couple days ago, I didn't know how exactly I was going to incorporate it. At first, I thought I would just make it a blurb in my Tea Talk videos once a week, but then I got to thinking, and I thought, no, I really want to just dedicate one video to it a week so that, you know, maybe someone out there will click on it and they'll watch it and we'll become friends, NaNoWriMo friends. Because first of all, I don't have any. I had to make a new account this year because I couldn't remember not only the login info for my NaNoWriMo account, but the login info for the email that I made my NaNoWriMo account in years and years and years ago. So after a bit of a struggle, I was just like, I'm just gonna start over. So I don't have any buddies there, and I want to make some friends. So if you are participating in NaNoWriMo, my username on the website is ShannonC81. I will put that in the description box down below as well. Go find me.
Let's be friends.
Anyway, you guys, so I'm going to be making this video once a week throughout November, and then I'll make one in December. It'll probably be a Vlogmas video where I just talk about how it went. Because here's the thing. For the past few Novembers, I've used NaNoWriMo as a means to work on a novel I'd been working on for the past few years. So I kind of tweaked the rules a bit just to fit what I was doing, so that I was just taking November and really getting down to business with my WIP, which is work in progress. And that had been consuming me for so long, and it's almost done. It's still in the editing stages. But for this NaNoWriMo, at first back in September, I was like, okay, I'll use this November to really finish that off. But I'm close enough to finished with that I don't want to waste this November. So as I'm filming this, it is the morning of November 3rd. So what I am doing this year is I am starting fresh with a new story that's been playing around in the back of my mind for a few months. And I was waiting for the right time to start it because, like I said, I've been so distracted with finishing up the last thing I've been working on. And I just said, you know what, now's the time. I'm going to start this new project and get this rough draft pumped out. So as I'm filming this, it's currently the morning of November 3rd. So I've been writing for 2 days at this point. I'm currently at 2,754 words, which puts me a little behind schedule, but I'm not worried about that. That's how it always goes for me. The first couple of days start slow and then it kind of snowballs. So I'm pleased with that. By the end of the day today, November 3rd, I'll probably have doubled that. So yes, at 2,754 words at this point, and I'm feeling really, really good about the story. Now, I'm not going to go in too much to the plot or anything like this at this point. I just kind of wanted to check in and just get this out there to see if maybe you're also doing NaNoWriMo and we didn't know, and now we are connected and we're gonna be buddies. Do I sound too desperate for buddies? Probably, but anyway. So yes, this is, I guess you would call it literary fiction, a drama. I don't entirely know where it's going to end because I am 100% a pantser, which for anyone who's unfamiliar, when you're writing a story, there tends to be well, technically there tends to be 3 kinds of people, but for the main core of it, there's really 2 kinds of people, and those are outliners and pantsers. Outliners are exactly what it sounds like it is. It's people who are very meticulous, who love to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. They know the beginning, the end, the middle, the whole bit before they even get that first word down. The other kind are the pantsers, and that word comes from, you know, the phrase, by the seat of your pants. You're just kind of going on a whim, seeing what happens as you go, and that's definitely what I am. The third group tends to be a bit of a mixture combo of the 2. But for me, most of the people I know fall into one or the other. They're either an outliner or a pantser, and yeah, definitely pantser. And it's interesting when you hear writers talk about what kinds they are, like Stephen King, definite pantser, you know. For him, he says, and I quote, "I want to put a group of characters, perhaps a pair, perhaps even just one, in some sort of predicament and then watch them try to work themselves free. My job isn't to help them work their way free or manipulate them to safety. Those are jobs which require the noisy jackhammer of plot, but to watch what happens and then write it down." I love that, and that's from Stephen King's On Writing, which I tend to reread this time every year. It's so good. If you're a writer, or even if you just love Stephen King and are sort of interested in how he works, this is such a good book. I love it so much. I have multiple copies. This one was given to me as a gift at Christmas time in 2010, and it's my favorite copy. There you go. That's the plan, just to let it happen, see what happens, and then write it down. So, sounds a little scary when you put it like that, but that's where we're at. And let me just tell you, as someone who's been struggling with a project for, you know, a long time, it was such a refreshing breath of air to sit down with a blank page and just start writing a fresh story. It felt so good, and it had been so long since I'd done that with fiction. I'm always writing reviews and different things like that I'm doing, like freelance work for, but a piece of fiction, it's been a long time since I sat down to write something fresh. And I'm really excited. I wasn't sure what was going to come out because I hadn't planned anything, hence the whole pantser stuff, but I had no idea what was going to come out, and when it started coming out as the words were coming, I was so pleased. In fact, here's how unsure I was of what was going to start coming out. I normally write longhand with a notebook. I'm not one to sit in front of a computer and write that first draft. But for this, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just sit down at the computer, and the ideas just started coming, and that was very exciting. It was so exciting. And yeah, it's like a general fiction. It's about, I'll give you a brief sort of synopsis. So it's basically literary fiction. There's a family at the heart of the story because I love those sort of complicated stories about families. I was gonna have it be sisters because I love complicated stories about sisters, but in the end I changed my mind, and instead it's about a woman who gets a phone call from someone who's letting her know that 3 weeks earlier her brother passed away, and the only reason anyone knew to contact her now was because in his will he left her his house. So a lot of the story is going to be unpacking why to all of it, and I'm just really excited. So at this point, my major hope is that when I check in next week's video, I'll be just as enthusiastic. I have a feeling I won't be, but you never know, because of course as you get going, though for me it snowballs and the words are coming a bit quicker, but sometimes it's, you know, we're kind of in the honeymoon phase on the morning of November 3rd. We'll see how, you know, November 10th or 11th it's going. So if you're someone new who's come to my channel because you saw NaNoWriMo in the title and that's something you're doing, I hope you subscribe as well. That would be great. On my channel you'll find lots of book reviews and book talks. I also do some paranormal content, some spooky videos, which I love. There's TikToks, there's all kinds of stuff. Hopefully you'll find something that you enjoy and will make you want to stick around. And yeah, again, I'm gonna put my username in the description box. You can come and find me on NaNoWriMo and we can be friends. So I'm going to keep this video as short and sweet as possible so I can get back to writing. But the videos are still going to be coming throughout November. I'm not going to desert you entirely. There's going to be book talks and tea talks and scary videos as we build up towards Vlogmas. I've got a tea talk video coming within the next, either this week or next week, that's going to tell you how I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. I'm going to be doing it a little different than I've done in previous years, but it'll still be good, I think. Hopefully. So I hope you guys had a great weekend, that your Monday's off to a fantastic start, and to any fellow NaNoWriMoers, happy writing. I hope it goes well for you. So in next week's video, it'll probably be next Monday, we'll also just do a bit of talking about just some other tips and tricks that I find helps get me through November. And in the comments down below, please share yours as well. So yeah, happy writing, guys, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.